Welcome to the Bay Area side of the 74th NBA All-Star Game. And for the first time, it's hosting the NBA HBCU Classic. It is presented by AT&T. And we've got a Tiger tussle as the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse take on the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee inside Oakland Arena for this SIAC matchup of these two programs that are just dripping with historic legacy and talent. To kick things off, let's throw it to our public address announcer, the one and only Troy Pepper.
Good afternoon and welcome to Oakland, California for the fourth ever NBA HBCU Classic presented by AT&T. We'll be highlighting the amazing contribution of HBCU make to society, as well as the NBA's commitment to supporting them. Today's matchup features Morehouse College and Tuskegee University. And now, for those that are able, please rise and remove your hats. As we celebrate Black History Month, please welcome singer, songwriter, producer, and Oakland native, Guapole, along with multi-Grammy Award-winning artist, PJ Morton, with a special performance of Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing arise. Sing a song full of the faith that the darkness has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the on till victory is won.
Let's hear for Guapole and PJ Morton. And now to honor America, here to perform the Star Spangled Banner, PJ Morton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave
once again, PJ Morton.
We're about to do
I know we only just met, but
welcome back, Bay Area. We're in Oakland. It is the 4th annual NBA HBCU Classic. Hello, everyone. Brian Custer alongside the Hall of Famer himself, Grant Hill. We got Dennis Scott with us as well. 4th year the NBA does this. Give these HBCUs a platform on a national stage to perform and give their talents. And let's start with Morehouse as we take a look at their starting 5. And, look, they're led by a couple of really dynamic scorers in Cedric Taylor, Amon Decker. But let's focus on Cedric Taylor. Sensational sophomore SIAC Player of the Week, Grant.
He had a great week and has had a great last 5 games, 23 points a game, 7.6 rebounds, very dynamic, versatile, can score, must play big here on this stage. We know he's ready for this moment, but he goes as Morehouse goes, or Morehouse goes as he goes, and I expect him to play well here tonight.
And Morehouse have won 4 of their last 5. Let's talk about Tuskegee as you take a look at their starting 5. More of a veteran group, but man, they are led by a senior and Kevin Seasbury, who's averaging about 17 a game.
And Kevin Seasbury can flat out play, the leading scorer, as you said. Had a number of games, 6 games this year with 20-plus points. Has played well as of late, averaging 26 points in the last 3 games. And once again, he'll have to play big here on this stage for the Golden Tigers.
These 2 really historic rivals. This is a series that dates back all the way to 1913. But it's the Maroon Tigers who have dominated it lately. They have won 11 of the last 14 meetings between these 2 programs, both of them in the SIAC. And of course, from Morehouse, led by that man there, Douglas Whitler, in his 4th season as head coach. First, he was first met Morehouse coach to win 21 games in his very first season as head coach. Morehouse in the traveling maroon, and it is Tuskegee in the home white. And it is the Golden Tigers who control the tip.
And right away, Brian, the Golden Tigers are very deliberate and methodical on the offensive end. Of course, they want to go inside to Draper, who has the size advantage, but they're not afraid to play late in the clock.
Pennington outside, though. That 3 comes off. And here comes the Maroon Tigers. Jaden Gray handling the rock. He's the senior out of Tampa. Here's Taylor now. We talked about him at the top. They go inside. The Draper turns and face, spins, and kicks it right back. Taylor, the 3. It's short. In transition, that 3, good. Rodney Walker Jr.
And you see right away the Golden Tigers getting out in transition. An easy 3 on the break. Certainly goes against how they play in that half-court offense.
Here's Amon Draper. Back out to Taylor. 3. No good.
We talked with both coaches before the game. They talked about rebounding, controlling the glass, a must in this game. Can't give up offensive rebounds.
Here's Kusame Draper. Gives it off to Seasbury. Seasbury cut off, fades though. Tough shot. Draper on the offensive glass. He sets the high pick. Seasbury from the baseline. That shot in and out. Rebound. Decker. And here comes Morehouse.
And you have to thank both these teams to start this game, the national stage. They got a packed crowd here at All-Star. Whoever can calm down, settle in, try to play as normal as they possibly can get off to a good early start here in this game.
Jaden Gray had it, lost it, turnover.
And that right there is Tuskegee's game. They love to play defense. We talked before the game there with Coach Taylor. He said, we work more on our defense than our offense. That's their calling card. And of course, forcing turnovers a must.
Coach Benji Taylor, you saw him there in his 6th season with Tuskegee. Inside they go. Draper has it. Got tied up, 3 seconds.
And good defense right there by Amon Decker, taking the challenge, giving up about 4 inches on Draper. But good defense, stayed strong, stayed solid, didn't go for the shot fakes, and causing that turnover. Look, they're going to go inside to Draper a lot. Seasbury is the best player scorer on the team, but the offense runs through Draper.
Decker lost control, another turnover for Morehouse.
Yeah, I think nerves right now. Nerves are playing a role right here as you see Morehouse, Coach Whitler just telling his guys to settle down. His 4th season at Morehouse as the head coach, and what success he's had in such a short period of time with the Maroon Tigers.
Every season they've won the East Division Championship. He wants to do it again for the 4th straight.
Well, they're still in play. They're in play to do that.
In the lane, that jumper no good by Draper. Here comes Jermonte Hill. Hill crossover, pull up from the baseline, and that's no good.
That was good defense by Seasbury, but that right there is Hill's game. Hill loves the mid-range.
Here's Kevin Seasbury now. He'll pull up, got it.
And that's why he's the leading scorer there for the Golden Tigers. Seasbury so capable. Missed the last game, had a little knee issue. You knew he was going to be ready and healthy in this game.
Playing on national television too.
Oh yeah.
6 in the SIAC in scoring. Inside. Ball fake and powering his way is Amon Decker laying it in.
And Decker has a big body, strong, doesn't have a lot of lift, but has great footwork. Beautiful shot fake right there, and establishing Decker inside a must.
Pull up, too strong. Taylor pulls down the board, and here comes Jermonte Hill.
I think Taylor's got to get involved. He's missed a couple threes. He's got to stay aggressive and attack.
They tried to get it with Taylor, stolen. Another turnover by Morehouse. Is their 3rd.
Starting this game off here, Tuskegee, they have that man, Kevin Seasbury, beautiful mid-range. Tuskegee up 3 early.
From Oakland, another member of our broadcast team, Dennis Scott. What's up, 3D?
All right, guys, I want to talk about Cedric Taylor Jr., talk about the young man who's pretty much leading the way for Morehouse this year. Just lights out basketball, shooting the 3. He's missed his first 2 threes right now, but you have to give a shout out to his dad, his granddad. We got 3 generational Morehouse men. Unbelievable, Grant. And a big shout out to my guy, Major Wells, who's also a Morehouse man, big good friend of mine from the DMV area. It's just fun to see a kid who had a lot of different offers, Grant, to go to small major schools. He decided to go to Morehouse to be with the family.
Well, he was the SIAC Player of the Week, Grant, averaging 23-7, shooting 62% from the field last week.
And his versatility, I mean, he's been consistent all season, was last year's SIAC Freshman of the Year. Missed two 3-pointers to start the game. Hasn't really gotten involved, but is oozing with talent. That's a beautiful story, too, the family connection.
Yeah.
And wanting to be a Morehouse man.
There you go. I know Dennis knows this because 3D, you being so long in Atlanta, you know you can always tell a Morehouse man, right? But you can't tell him much.
No question about it. A Morehouse man definitely has his opinion, but let's give a Morehouse man his credit. He will have his facts to support his opinion.
Yeah, you're right about that. Absolutely.
Do I detect a little Hampton-Morehouse rivalry here? What's going on?
I'm just saying.
Okay.
That's what they say. But I didn't make that up. That's what they say.
That's what they say.
That's what they
That's
say.
what they say down in Hampton. Down, what they call it, Hampton Roads.
Oh, yes, exactly. A little pressure here by those Maroon Tigers. And there's a reach-in foul on Sincere Key, who was checked into the game.
Yeah, right. You're seeing a little bit of a trap right now. And I like this for Morehouse, just using their speed, their quickness. They have big guards. You know, they're not a tall team, but they have a bunch of guys that are 6'5", 6'6", putting that pressure on, trying to force turnovers and speed up Tuskegee.
Broke the press. Missed. It's Trey Crawford. Here comes Morehouse. And losing it is Decker. Tigers go inside and off the glass, kissing it home and good is Dylan Cambridge, who's checked into the game.
Good footwork and patience by Cambridge.
8-4 our score. That three way off. And here comes Walker. Seasbury, step back three. Contested, missed.
They probably could have got a better shot on that possession. Step back three early in the clock. Not exactly there what Coach Taylor wants.
Jamonte Hill working on Seasbury to the corner. That three is no good by Jaden Gray. Big O sitting courtside.
Legend.
Man.
Double, triple-double.
Yeah, really.
Man.
Pull up. Short by DeAnthony Pennington. And here comes Morehouse. He played about 3.5 minutes.
We talked about Taylor not really getting involved right now. Give Tuskegee credit. They put a lot of emphasis on shutting him down.
Quick three again by Sincere Key, no good.
And Sincere Key, he can sincerely shoot that three right there. So he has a quick trigger and can easily get going, streaking from downtown.
Yeah, he is their best three-point shooter. Shooting about 35-36% on the season from three. He hit the 13-minute mark here in the first half. Walker, that one rolls off. Taylor grabs the board. Oh, behind the back, Jaden Gray lays it in. I see ya.
And that's his game right there. Jaden Gray in the open court there. The physicality, the strength, great ball handling. I think Morehouse needs more of that. Get stops and get out in transition before the Golden Tigers defense can get set.
Walker all in his bag. Seasbury, another pull-up. It's money.
And you can see why he can score. He's leading his team in scoring off the bounce. Loves that mid-range. He's hit a couple of those shots already. Right now, the defense is stifling with Seasbury locked in.
Lead is 4 for Tuskegee. Long three is good by Sincere Key. You talked about it. Best three-point shooter.
Yeah, he's the best catch and shoot threat, three-point shooter. 89% of his overall shot attempts have been beyond the arc, excuse me. So I know he's a guy that 3D would like.
Yes, sir. Oh, wait a minute, Grant.
Another one from deep. That's logo by Rodney Walker.
I know it's early, guys. I'm not going to bring up Shooter's Paradise yet, guys, but there's a couple deep ones going in.
That shot blocked. Scramble for the loose ball and a tie-up.
And in the open floor, Jaden Gray, as you say, getting it done. Big-time move by Mr. Gray.
From the Bay Area, it is the 4th annual NBA HBCU Classic here from Oakland, and Morehouse taking on Tuskegee. And we talk about a Morehouse man, the one and only Spike Lee, my man.
What's up?
How you doing?
My father went to Morehouse. My grandfather went to Morehouse, where they met my mother and grandmother. Went to Spelman.
Get out of here.
Yeah, when my father was a freshman, Dr. Martin Luther King was a senior. And Martin Luther King, the third in our class, was class 79. How about that?
Wow.
Hey,
wow.
Hey, Spike, they were laughing at me. They thought I was throwing Hampton shade at them. I told them, I said, you can tell a Morehouse man. Can't tell him much.
It's much or nothing. What take your choice.
Tell me about your alma mater, man. What do you think about your alma mater? And I love the things that you've been doing since you left. I mean, you got the scholarships. You've done a lot for that program.
Well, they did a lot for me. And what's scary is that with the new administration, all this crazy stuff, Trump does,
NIL and everything.
Yeah, that could really hurt black schools, So we gotta support our schools, tighten up, because we're living a different era right now. I know this is a basketball game, but still, we leave here, and we're in one of the blackest cities, right? How do you know? So you know the home of the Panthers and Anthony Davis, so right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, you talk about that. You talk about the legacy of HBCUs in these two schools.
Right.
The history, the tradition.
Booker T.
Tuskegeans. Can you talk a little bit about just the HBCU experience and just the legacy of Morehouse, Tuskegee, and others?
Well, the reason why there are black schools, colleges, universities, we weren't allowed to go. Who would forget when Governor George Wallace stood in the doorway? So our sister could not attend University of Alabama. So we knew W. Du Bois, Booker T, we knew that education would be the way that we could uplift the race. Simple as that.
And Morehouse has done so much, especially for men of color, the preeminent school, when you talk about doing those type of things. Man, talk to us about what you've been up to here lately, because if I'm not mistaken, you got another movie coming out and another one with Denzel.
Yes, I've been blessed. This summer, the new film from the dynamic duo, D and Lee. It's called Highest to Lowest.
Okay.
And this, I'm very blessed. My 5th time working with Denzel.
That's fantastic.
In order. Mo Better Blues, Malcolm X.
Come on.
He Got Game. Inside Man.
Inside, that was a good one, too.
So this is the 5th, and I'm telling you, Denzel, he's the greatest living actor today on earth. And this film, and also his adversary is A$AP Rocky. So you get this generational thing too.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Wow. You work that in.
Yeah. You get all the demographics going into that.
Yeah, so it's coming out this summer.
There's a rumor that Denzel may be thinking about giving it up. What do you think?
He has a plan. He's doing right now. He's a rehearsal for Othello on Broadway.
Wow.
And he's doing he has his stuff. So he just knows that he has other things he wants to do, and he's been in the game a long time.
Yeah.
But he ain't gonna disappear though.
No way. He can't disappear, right? Hey, Spike, for me, I'm across the court. It's just 3D speaking. As always, every time
What's
I
up,
see
baby?
you, I always say thank you for putting my first commercial with MJ. You be like, Mike. In school days, you were shooting back in 89, 90 when I was at Tech.
Georgia Tech.
Yeah. Did you imagine your career being as big as it is when you first started making movies?
No, I knew what I wanted to do, and I was as my late mother would say, I knew I had to bust my rusty black butt and put the work in.
Yeah.
Put the work in, and brothers, we know that we're all blessed when you're able to do what you love.
Yeah.
That's a blessing.
Yes.
Because the majority of people on this earth go to their grave and work their job they hate it.
Yes.
So if you understand that, it's not work.
Yep.
If your job is what you love, it's not work.
Yeah.
Preach.
Work is where you gotta drag yourself out of bed, like, and keep hitting the alarm, but when you doing what you love, it's not work. It's a blessing.
When you talk about passion, talk about things you love, we know basketball has been that. And the Knicks, going way back in the 70s.
Game 7, the Willis Reed game, I was there.
You were there.
Wow. 13 years old.
Despite you've been there, you were at the All-Star game.
Had season tickets since Patrick Ewing's rookie year.
Oh, that's a long time.
Wow.
And I saw you this summer in Paris.
Yes. We've not won NBA championship the 72-73 season.
Okay, well, tell me about this year's team. What do you like? What's the prognosis here? What's going to happen?
We're going to meet the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Final. That's as far as I can take it.
Ooh. Wow. How do you feel about the team?
I told Jason Tatum that the other night. Me and Denzel were at the game together.
they won.
I think he told you something too, right?
Who? Tatum? No, real quick. I got a minute. So Tatum was arguing a call, and the ref's giving the ball to take it out. So James Tatum, he's arguing with the ref, takes him, he's standing right in front of me and Denzel. He continues arguing with the ref, and Denzel says, I'm the only actor here. Jason Tatum, he died laughing.
That's good. That was a good one.
Denzel hit it right there. He said, Jason, I'm the only actor here.
Hey, you know how crazy this life is? 1992. I'm a junior at Hampton University. Spike Lee comes to speak at Ogden Hall. Guess who has to host him? I had to host him. Wow. How about this? Here we are. Full circle. Look at that something. My man, Spike Lee, the greatest Morehouse alum. No. Appreciate you. One of the greatest. Come on. One of the greatest. One of the greatest.
You can take that. You can accept that.
MLK.
Get a hand up. Keep him on this side. Shack it. Get ready to shack it if he comes. Wall up. Box out. Get down there. That's 3. There we go. That's 3. Hey, we got to continue to play hard defensively, right? We're still not talking. We just got to settle down. We kind of settled into the groove, baby. But let's get that ball to the basket. Let's get it to the basket.
Coach Doug Whitler in the huddle. His Morehouse Maroon Tigers have gone on an 8-2 run here. Now have their first lead of the game. Grand Hill by 2, 14-12, 7:50 until the half.
Yes, and Cedric Taylor finally got going, hit a shot. Important here for Morehouse. He is so valuable. As I said in the opening, they go as he goes. So he's going to have to get going and score some more points here. Certainly this place starting to fill up. You can feel the energy. Feels like an HBCU environment now.
Nothing. It's when the party starts.
Neither team really goes deep into their bench. Rely on a 6-7 man rotation. Oftentimes you want to try to finish the half off strong. Go into halftime feeling good. So who can control and dominate these last 7 minutes, 45 seconds? Have some momentum there at halftime.
Kusame Draper, 1 of 2. Lead is now just 1 for the Maroon Tigers. They go in to Draper. That one rolls in, or Decker, I should say. Decker gets the roll.
And he's got good footwork. You know, he's comfortable with his back to the basket there. And hit a tough fadeaway there in the paint.
12-5 run now.
And you see
for Morehouse. And they go to the zone, the 2-3 zone.
Yeah.
That 3 is good. That'll bring him out of his Seasbury.
Well, that was a great shot fake to create that separation there. Seasbury unafraid.
Tied up with the 7-minute mark. Extra pass, corner 3. In and out by Sincere Key. And here come the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee.
That's that sweet spot there against the zone. Got to attack the middle. Kind of a matchup zone right now by the Maroon Tigers.
10 on the shot clock. Seasbury, hard fall, lost it. Turnover. Back inside, Decker. And a foul. Let's see a travel before the foul.
Yeah, Decker moving his feet there before he put the ball down on the ground on that last play. Seasbury, great shot fake. Key got in the air, but sidestep 3-pointer there. Must have been watching Stephen Curry in this building years ago. Seasbury, he has played good basketball as of late. He had 33 points at Spring Hill on February 1st. And certainly, as you see Morehouse in this sort of matchup 1-3-1 zone, shooting from the perimeter a must against this zone defense.
A couple of substitutions. Seasbury pulls up. Got it again.
Nice.
Seasbury starting to heat up. Javonte Hill's going to draw that foul. That one on Chip Culpepper.
Yeah, and that's his game, Javonte Hill. He loves the mid-range, shoots about 49% in the mid-range. The best mid-range percentage shooter on the team. Of course, can get to the line because he's strong in attack mode always.
And 3D knows him well. Georgia Tech transfer out of Atlanta.
Yep, talked to him a little bit before the game, guys. Just
Take a look here real quick, 3D, at what's happening this weekend at All-Star. You got tonight, the State Farm All-Star Saturday night. Of course, visit the app.
Little full court press here, G. Hill.
Yeah, when you try to speed up this Tuskegee team, they want to play slow and deliberate, and that full court press going back into this sort of 1-3-1 matchup zone, using the zone to throw a team's offense out of rhythm is something that Coach Whitler does from time to time.
Good pass, Taylor inside, and Tyshawn Boyce finishing it off.
That's where you go against the zone. Attack that free throw line area. Make plays out of that free throw line area. Right now, Tuskegee get baskets in the paint. That's what they need to do against this team.
Good pump fake. Pull up. Good. Monte Hill.
Yeah, that was nice right there. Great patience, 3D. Drove hard. Beautiful shot fake. Got to his sweet spot in that mid-range.
Layup's good. Freshman Noah Goins laying it in. 3-point lead for Tuskegee. And the trap, a turnover, but a travel by Noah Gaines, lost his footing.
Yeah, great trap there, great defense, anticipating the pass, getting in the passing lanes by Noah Gaines, but just could not keep his balance. Fell a little awkwardly to cause him that walk.
Cedric Taylor's going to check back in for Morehouse. Mon Decker will have a seat.
For these last 4 minutes, Taylor's got to get a couple shots up here, not settle, try to get something downhill, attacking, maybe get to the free throw line. Just get some rhythm going in this first half.
I'm going to try, they call that one on Noah Goins, trying to get through that screen. More substitutions. Goins, I have a seat. Kusame Draper will check back in. Here's Dre Watson. Diving to the hoop was Jaden Gray, and he draws the foul.
And actually a nice pass there by Watson. He got double teamed, almost turned the ball over, but out of that trap was able to find his open teammate Jaden Gray with a beautiful cut to the rim, a little over the back, over the head pass there, and being able to take the double team and find the open teammate.
You know, in many ways the league is built by Black history and elevated by Black voices this February and beyond. The NBA honors Black history and celebrates this community. Make sure you visit NBA.com/BHM to learn more.
You know, this Morehouse team, they are not afraid to step up in competition. And they went on MLK Day, they went and beat the real HU. I'm sorry.
Did that slip out? Did that slip out?
That's what they say. I don't know if that's.
Who says that? Who says that, Grant?
No, but they beat Howard, a Division I school.
Yes.
And played out of their mind. They shot 44% from three-point line. Made 15 threes in that game, 3D.
Yes.
And upset Howard on the road at Howard on MLK Day.
Yeah, that was a big-time performance.
You're going to have to come over here and sit next to this guy, man. After you say something like that. I'm sorry, man. It slipped out.
Hey, Grant, where's the head coach from Howard go to school?
The head coach at Howard played at Duke.
Oh, okay. That helps out a little bit.
So what's up, Kenny Blakeney?
2-point lead for the Golden Tigers on top of Morehouse here in Oakland.
New classic here, All-Star Weekend here with the athletic director for Morehouse College. I can't believe I'm saying that because I played against you, pickup games, and you were at Morehouse. I was at Georgia Tech. How big is it for you to be here on this big stage All-Star Weekend?
I mean, it's huge, man, for our kids and our college. This is our largest basketball game in Morehouse College history. I mean, just to get the opportunity to be here, it's impressive, man. We got a big brand in Morehouse. We showing up on the West Coast. Our fans showed up and showed out today, man. It's been impressive.
And when you see a guy like Spike Lee, one of the biggest alumni ever at Morehouse, sitting next to you in this game, how does that make you feel?
Man, I melted when I saw Spike because it's our Founders Day weekend, so everybody's at the count in the dark. And we have a big name like Spike Lee come represent athletics at Morehouse. That means we're doing something positive.
speaking of positive, these young men are out here playing their butts off. They travel all the way across country to be here. How big is that for them to be focused on this type of environment?
Hey, man, it's NBA scouts here. I told them a place like Morehouse, we only get one opportunity to make a good impression. I said, no matter what you've done the whole year, you come here today and you play well, all it takes is one scout to see you, and that can take you to the different level.
And that guy is you back in the day, because no one believed in you. You used to come play with us, worked hard. You had an NBA career, NBA scout, and you come back full circle to get back to the men.
Yep, to get back more. Like I said, I had one scout show up for Morehouse game, but it started coming over to Georgia Tech, man. They told me I had to play with the best. At that time, you guys were top in the country, so I had to go over there and get in the run. And you, B.O., Kenny Anderson, all you guys, helped raise me to the next level.
Last one for you. What is the biggest mission or message that you can kind of build on trying to get more players to come to Morehouse?
We're expanding, man, expansion. Our brand is West Coast. Next year we're going to Boston. We're taking this thing all over the country, man. Our brand is showing. Come to Morehouse. Give us a chance. You can go to these other places. Come here and play. This game is an NBA on NBA TV. So let's do it.
Appreciate you.
All right, thank you, guys.
All right, guys. That's my guy, Harold Ellis, man. Big time.
Hey, 3D, that man averaged 24 points a game his 4 seasons at Morehouse, and inside that free agent contract with the Clippers at 94. You played against him too, man.
I did. I had to look it up. I played against Ellis 3 times, and I'm 2-1 against him. And in my last matchup with him in 1998, I shot 5 for 18 from the field. One of the worst shooting games of my career.
He locked you up, man.
Well, I had a late night the night before.
Okay.
At altitude in Denver.
Doesn't hang out. Don't say too much.
Don't say too much. Your wife it was a back-to-back, so we got in late. See, you get your mind out of the gutter, Brian. 3D.
What? Grant was somewhere playing the piano.
But you know what? He was a blue-collar, hard-nosed, competitive player, as you see on that last play there. That great drive and finish by Seasbury, who's been fantastic all over the floor for Tuskegee. Threes, mid-range, and getting to the basket for a 3-point play opportunity. But I just love how Ellis, their greatest player in their history at Morehouse, he played overseas, played in the NBA. He actually worked in the front office for a couple of NBA teams. Worked for the Blazers, the Pistons, the Orlando Magic. And he's come back as athletic director, and certainly excited for his program and his school.
Right now, though, it is Tuskegee. We'll talk about a great program.
It's that defense coach talked about, G.
One of the best in the SIAC. There's the drive by Omar Rowe. He'll go to the line in the foul, but it's the Tigers up 4. And, Tuskegee, you want to talk about a brand. I love being a Hampton grad. I love Tuskegee because Booker T. Washington, one of our most famous alums, left what he learned there at Hampton, helped start Tuskegee. And in that university, you talk about historic, from the Tuskegee Airmen just to PhDs, more in any HBCU in the country. PhDs come out of Tuskegee, and you were talking about famous alums, George Washington Carver. How about Lionel Richie? Both of his parents were teachers out of Tuskegee as well. Keenan Ivory Wayans. So a lot of history on both of these programs.
Yeah, no question. A lot of history, Tuskegee, what they've done. Certainly think of just between the two schools, and really the conference, the SIAC. We've had some great athletes come through. Pro Football Hall of Famers, Bullet Bob Hayes, Deacon Jones, Shannon Sharp, Basketball Hall of Famers, Nate Sweetwater Clifton, John Chaney, track and field gold medalist Edwin Moses. So much history, and certainly Tuskegee in that conversation as well.
Now we will stay with the Golden Tigers. Minute 22 until the half.
Tuskegee, they've had a few players make it to the NBA, as you see Common.
Power couple here.
Power couple courtside. got Spike and you got Common. I mean,
yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
Here they go inside. Turn and scoring is Draper.
I saw a stat before the game. 80% of Tuskegee's offense goes through Draper. He's the key, certainly getting them going here before half. Big time for the Golden Tigers in Oakland.
HBCU Classic. It is presented by AT&T. Minute left until the half. It's the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee on top of the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse, 28-22. Oh, they turned it up now.
They really, they are.
Hey. This sound familiar to you? Hey. Come on now.
You know, a lot of times when it comes to these games, the best part is the band. The
Grant,
halftime. The halftime.
We can't lie, Grant. We don't jam like this in the ACC.
Yeah, you know. It's a little different energy in camera.
Yeah. In McCamish, I don't think we rock it like that in McCamish.
Oh, boy. Here's Jamonte Hill. That one nearly stolen. The three short by Taylor.
And just fantastic defense there by the Golden Tigers. Obviously, Coach Taylor so happy. Multiple efforts, people flying, double teaming, securing the defensive possession, getting the rebound. Textbook defense by Tuskegee.
31 seconds left until the half. You talked about that defense. You know, Tuskegee's defense, they've held a couple opponents to 50 points or less this season. Only give up 63 points per game. That's best in the conference, one of the best in the country.
Well, we talked with Coach Taylor before the game, and he said, look, that's what we work on. We spend most of our time working on the defense and the active hands, and as I said, the multiple efforts. They force turnovers on 19% of their opponent's possessions, and that's one of the highest rates in all of Division II basketball.
Tell me what you've seen out of them offensively, especially Kevin Seasbury, their senior. 12 points so far, 5 of 12 from the field.
Yeah, I mean, Seasbury has been so good, so locked in. Started that shot right there, mid-range. They were struggling offensively, got it going from downtown, started feeling it. And when you start seeing that ball go through the basket, he's really doing about everything on the offensive end. Got one to the lane, got a three-point play. It's Seasbury, and then it's going into the paint for Tuskegee. That's been the recipe here in this first half.
Seasbury 5 of 12 from the field. The rest of the team 6 of 21.
Maybe he needs to shoot a little more.
You're in line.
I mean, imagine on this play, Brian, he's going to probably take the shot here or have the ball in his hands down the stretch.
They go inside. That shot is blocked. Dylan Cambridge had his shot blocked.
And give credit, Decker right here, and of course Hill going up, contesting without fouling, being big in that play. Almost a turnover.
5 on the shot clock. Inside, and Draper powers it in.
Did that wild double team too.
Final seconds of the half. And it's Tuskegee with an 8-point lead, 30-22. As the Golden Tigers go on a 7-0 run to end the half. Oh, don't you go anywhere. When we come back, we've got the Battle of the Bands here at the HBCU Classic.
Please welcome the Morehouse College cheerleading team.
Check, face, pretty, wet, walk in, speak,
Let's hear one more time, Morehouse College cheerleading team. And now the Morehouse College House of Funk marching band.
Coming up next after the break, we'll have the second half between Morehouse and Tuskegee in the NBA HBCU Classic, presented by AT&T.
The huddle with both head coaches.
They're going to come into you with their lower body. Just be strong with it. You got to be strong on your drive. Jump vertical, all right? Don't avoid contact. fall. Listen, the jump shots ain't falling right now. We got to space the flow and get the ball to the basket. You want to take away, because you can get it to the skip pass. If it's ball size, you got to take the closer guy away, right? If they throw it long, you got to turn around and sprint. All right, come on, we all right, baby. Hey, we got to box out and rebound, fellas. It's time to go to work. All right, let's look to get the ball inside. All right, let's go inside one time.
Coach Taylor, Coach Whitler, they're talking to his squads. Brian Custer alongside the Hall of Famer Grant Hill. We got Dennis Scott with us as well. You heard one of the coaches say, hey, look, jump shots aren't working right now. Basically, both teams shooting in the 30s, but it's Tuskegee and Seasbury, the guy in double figures here with 12.
And he's been the difference, right? Neither team really shooting the ball well efficiently from the field, but Seasbury has been really automatic, very efficient, aggressive. When he gets the ball, good things have happened. He's very efficient with his movement, one dribble, quick decisions, and certainly you expect he will continue. But who else is going to step up for Tuskegee, and who else on the other side for Morehouse is going to be that player that steps out, puts the team on their back, and gives them to have a chance there in the second half?
Well, Kusame Draper, he's got 9 for Tuskegee to help out Seasbury. And again, just Decker, when you talk about Morehouse, their high scorer, he's got 6. Morehouse shooting 38% from the field in the first half. Tuskegee, 34%, Dennis Scott.
Yeah, I was talking to the coaches coming out. They said, guys, relax a little bit. We're getting decent shots. But granted, if none of the shots are going in, you're getting back on defense, and that's where the transition defense not kicked in so far for Morehouse. That's why they played in that press to try to slow them down a little bit.
And I think this is where the basketball, Grant, gets real good now, because you didn't got obviously the nerves from the first half now. You got around, I would say, that 8-minute mark. Things started to heat up here, and I think now in this second half, I think guys get a lot more comfortable.
I think you're right. The jitters, the hype, the excitement, the lead up. We were in the back, maybe 30, 40 minutes before the game, and Kevin Durant walks by their locker room, Kyrie Irving. They're seeing all these stars, the All-Star weekend, all the excitement building up to this moment. Now they played a half of basketball. They can settle down, make adjustments. I anticipate the offense picking up for both teams here in the second half.
Well, let's see what we got. As Morehouse works it around the perimeter, nearly comes up with a turnover is Tuskegee, and they do get the turnover. 7th turnover for Morehouse. Seasbury for 3. And knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Tuskegee.
And right away, out of halftime, the energy of Tuskegee, they force a turnover, they get out with pace and transition, they find their best shooter and best player, Seasbury, and then they force an offensive rebound here on this play. So the energy out of halftime right now looks and appears to be favoring the Golden Tigers.
10 offensive rebounds right now for Tuskegee as well. So they've certainly have crashed the offensive glass.
Right behind you, Ralph. Thank you.
Goins, the freshman, missed that one. Here's Jaden Gray. They work it to Jermonte Hill. Hill will pull up and knock down that jumper. It's good for 3.
Yeah, Hill right there, knocking down that three-pointer. They tried to post him up in a little isolation on Seasbury. Seasbury pushed him out to the three-point line. It's a good sign for the Maroon Tigers getting Hill going.
Seasbury, tough shot. Rebound by Decker. Hill throws it away. Turnover. Euro stepping and laying it in. Nice move by DeAnthony Pennington.
Euro stepping through All-Star weekend.
That's the Euro step.
You're gonna see a lot of that Euro step tomorrow.
Yes, you are.
There's an air ball.
Tuskegee basketball.
Right now, Morehouse falling back into that zone. They've used a lot of the zone, throw you off, 2-3 zone. 3-2 zone, but they want to keep their guys out of foul trouble. As we know, Coach Whitlow doesn't go deep in his bench.
Another offensive board. Draper cleaning up his own mess. 11 offensive rebounds now for Tuskegee.
In the previous play there, look, the double team on Hill, and he turns the ball over and getting out in transition. Pennington with the Euro step. And Pennington, he's a guy who's capable as well. You know, Tuskegee relies heavily on its starters. And you have 22 players in their conference averaging more than 30 minutes a game, and 4 of those start for Tuskegee. And so Pennington's a guy who, averaging 12 a game, has not shot the ball well from deep as of late. Certainly seen in the transition showing off the skill.
Here's Kusame Draper. Knocked down both of those free throws. You know, Draper's a kid who played high school and AAU basketball with Anthony Edwards.
He's used to playing with some pretty good talent there.
Yes,
they have a great friendship, and great that they both can be here on this All-Star weekend playing at their best.
Hill misses that 3. Rebound Tuskegee. Here comes Rodney Walker Jr. Goins, the freshman. Nope. There's Draper. Johnny on the spot lays it in. Biggest lead for Tuskegee. And it's 11.
And the size, they're 6'9", 210. Draper getting great position. Second chance points.
Seasbury slid. He slid on a wet spot there on the floor. Hobbling as he comes up the court.
I thought Jamonte Hill did a better job there. The double team came. He didn't turn it over. Found his teammate Gray for that easy layup opportunity.
DeAnthony Pennington inside the Draper. Good dish.
Starting to see Pennington. You saw him in transition with the Euro, then a beautiful drive, drawing the defense. Great drop-off pass to Draper. So right now Tuskegee's starting to find their rhythm offensively. I think the adjustments at halftime by Coach Benji Taylor. His team has come out, they're getting stops, and they're being efficient with their execution on the offensive end.
They've just owned the offensive glass, especially Draper as he misses that first free throw. Dylan Cambridge will come in. Goins, the freshman, will have a seat. Mon Decker will get a blow as well from Morehouse.
Yeah, Morehouse, even Coach Whitler, they got to get stops, get out in transition, easy basket opportunities before the defense of the Golden Tigers get set.
That one goes out of bounds. Here's Gray. They get it to Cedric Taylor. His pass stolen. And taken back. Oh, behind the back pass, stolen back by Rodney Walker. Walker. His shot, no good. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Tuskegee.
And you see that defense. You see right there. Coach Taylor approves, forcing the turnovers, swarming on defense. It's like you see 6 or 7 guys out there defensively rotating, and of course getting the ball and out in transition, almost scoring there in transition by Walker.
Pull up, DA. Nope, but there is the tip in. Again, offensive board, Tuskegee.
Draper just parking himself inside. You got to put a body on him. Too big and too long, too talented on the glass.
Decker gives it off. Little jumper in the lane by Watson's no good. And they'll fight for the ball. As we take a look at our AT&T Connected Cam, another offensive board for Kusame Draper.
Draper has been on the glass all day here, inside, getting it done.
Go back to Oakland as the athletic director Reginald Ruffin presented a Tuskegee bomber jacket. NBA champion Channing Frye, his grandfather, John Molzak, was a Tuskegee Airman. What a recognition for Channing Frye, for his grandfather who fought for this country. And joining us is Channing Frye, man. That's got to be great, man, to get that for your grandfather. And you talk about the Tuskegee Airmen and the Tuskegee University. These guys play such an important part of our history. I'm just curious of some of the stories he told you.
I think the biggest thing for him was he got it out the mud, for real. Like at Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, for him, he always reminded me that, man, you got to run your own race. You cannot be looking for acknowledgement from other people because, you know, as all these, you know, people and his comrades were out there fighting for their lives, they were still being called certain words back home. So for them, it was about what the right thing to do was, working hard and taking care of family. And so my cousin Tobias and I, who's also in the NBA, really took a lot of pride in what he did. And even though we didn't have a chance to go to, or we didn't choose to go to an HBCU, it runs rampant through our family. Almost every school is represented within the Molzak and Frye family.
Oh, it's fantastic. For those who don't know, you know, Tuskegee University in Alabama, they are trained the Tuskegee Airmen. They were America's, really their first black military airmen. Part of that was the 332nd, if I'm not mistaken, fighter group. They flew over the Mediterranean, Europe, especially after Pearl Harbor, and they were the bomber escorts. And man, so much history, and it's got to be proud for your family.
Super. And, you know, he passed away about 10 years ago. And then, again, it's just about pride, right? I think he said, you know, wherever you go to school, make sure you take pride in that. It's not just you're there to go play basketball. You're part of that community, and you're part of this community, too. And the other side of my family are big North Carolina A&T people. So I was getting ready to commit to Arizona, and they were like, no, not before you take a visit. And I said, nah, listen, I'm just going to go to Arizona. But listen, and I was thinking about it over here.
But it worked out.
It worked out. I mean, I'm doing okay, right? I didn't go to Duke, you know. My grades weren't that good. But it's just the only people who didn't go to HBCUs went to Michigan, U of A, Princeton, Harvard. So HBCUs run pretty deep in our family. And then just that sense of pride, I think people don't understand it goes down generations.
Yes.
And the camaraderie and the energy, it's infectious to be here. This is a great show.
Well, you talk about pride, and we know your grandfather was proud of you and proud of Tobias and the careers they've had. Just talk about that relationship and just him getting a chance to watch you in your career, and of course Tobias's career as well.
It's kind of crazy because Tobias used to be hella chubby, and so we never thought that Tobias would turn into this 6'9". You know, obviously I think he's an all-star level caliber talent. And to me, man, just watching him play, especially I got drafted by the Knicks. I had 75 people at my draft party. Probably too much now that I look back. The bill was kind of high. But, man, he was so proud of just not only me being on the Knicks and getting drafted, but seeing young Tobias, who's 9 years younger than me, also make it and him getting to see us. What?
I was just saying, you guys didn't have NIL back then?
No. We weren't due. We were getting them checks. We were not getting them checks. No, but he was great because he saw us just develop, and he was like, just be patient. You know, Tobias was an absolute stud coming out of high school. Me, not so much. And so just to see us develop, he can continue to instill belief in work and belief in that good things are going to happen when you have the right attitude going towards playing basketball.
And you talked about how so many people in your family have different connections to so many different HBCUs. Considering that your grandfather was a Tuskegee Airman, did you ever look into Tuskegee and give me your impressions of what he was about Tuskegee?
No, I didn't. Just because of basketball. It was what I wanted to do. I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, the home of Lute Olson.
Yeah.
And it was tough for me to turn that down. I think for me, I went from not being known to being like, I think, one of the top 5 best centers in our class. And so for me, it was an option if other options hadn't come through. But it was never like, oh, I looked down on it. I think just the opportunities were here where I was going to play against the best of the best. But, I mean, in today's age, I was like, if you're hooping here, they're going to find you.
Yes.
The NBA overseas, they will find you anywhere. Okay, if they can go find Giannis, they're going to find you. Okay, they found Giannis in Greece. They're going to find you here at the HBCU.
That is true. You're right. You're so right about that. Different thought process maybe when you're thinking about going to schools now. Back in the day, it was like the exposure.
Right.
Now, if you can play, they're going to find you anywhere on this earth.
For sure. And I think people got to understand this is now a coach's era. Because if a good coach goes anywhere, the players are going to follow. And I think these coaches have been showing out today. I know the score is a little lower than what we expected, but the defense intensity has been there. You're seeing the pride. This place is packed.
Yep.
I am impressed. And so for me, it's just like, hey, go where you're going to get the opportunity to get better and make sure that you have some type of camaraderie and you learn the game. And doing that with the tradition of all these HBCUs, plus the gear is the best. HBCU gear is the best. It's not even close.
You love that. By the way, what are you going to do with the jacket?
I'm going to frame that jacket.
I'm
going to frame that jacket. And then my uncle on that side of the family has all my grandpa's, like all his memorabilia, all his awards. So I might send that back to him because he puts it in like a little, I don't want to say a mini museum in a storage unit. So I might do that. But we're going to take care of that. That's going to stay with me on the airplane.
That's fantastic, man. That's fantastic. What do you got the rest of the All-Star weekend?
So I do a show for X Live after all these games, but I'm excited to see what happens with the dunk contest this year. Three-point contest is obviously my favorite. I think Dame wins it. And then really what I'm excited about is tomorrow. That mixing up the groups, I think, was genius. I think the young rising stars, I don't know if they win. I think the old heads, I'm going to pull for my 40-year-old brother. And I think that it's going to be different. I think people are going to appreciate it. But one thing I will say, we do need to get a one-on-one game. I was watching the ladies play the one-on-one game. I was intrigued. I was glued to the TV.
I like it. I don't know if guys, what about their egos? With the NBA guy, egos, let them play one-on-one?
Yeah, that's a good question. I like the concept. I don't know if guys would do that.
No,
but
this generation.
Getting back to that OGs against the team that won yesterday, the real young team. Now, just imagine if the OGs don't advance to the finals.
Hey, listen, I don't know if that's in the script, brother.
Channing, how dare you? Oh, my God. How dare you imply that?
But no, listen, these kids are going to play hard, and that's what people want to see, man. This is now a team's league. If you look at the league now where we're going, it's not just one superstar that dominates the team. Every top three team on in Eastern and Western Conference, they are great, full-on teams. Good bench, good coach, and good stars.
Yeah. It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you, too.
And congratulations, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Grandfather.
Deep fry.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Channing Frye. We'll be back. Swing on top of Morehouse.
You can't shoot, brother.
Is presented by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
Welcome back to Oakland and the 4th annual HBCU Classic presented by AT&T. Fourth year that the NBA has done this, and it is Tuskegee on top of Morehouse by 9, 43-34. Morehouse has dominated this series lately, winning 11 of the last 14, but the Tigers led by 8 at the half. They've now extended that. Sincere Key has scored the last 5, though, for Morehouse, but going to the line here is Cedric Taylor III.
Gets the roll. And sometimes with a really talented player, just seeing the ball go through the basket can get you going.
Oh, you want to talk to Martin greats there. Martin Luther King III.
Yes, sir.
Courtside. Ball fake. Powering it up. Missed it, though. Dre Watson. Rebound Draper. Here's Seasbury. Got it for free.
And I like his energy moving without the basketball. Got his feet set, quick trigger. Seasbury has been on all night from his very first jump shot.
He has. 15 points, 8 of 15 from the floor. Watson missed the bunny.
2 straight layup misses from Watson. Great steal there.
And Jermonte Hill missed that 3. Offensive board goes to Morehouse. From the corner, though, he's good. Sincere Key.
You see the energy picking up, particularly running their offense there. Key getting open. Right now, Tuskegee not liking this. Coach Benji Taylor calling a timeout. But Sincere Key, unafraid, a little swing action. Unlike Channing Frye, his teammate passes it to him and he knocks it in.
Introducing new Roxon Gel. The first.
This opportunity could lead to, you never know. Like, don't take no opportunity for granted. And go out there to win. And when you win, everything else falls in the line. Like, the best player, the worst player, you guys are a team. Everyone is one. And when you win, everyone falls in the line. Everything, it stacks up. Like, all the individual stuff you guys see, the 30 balls, the MVP talk, like, none of that matters unless the Thunder are at the top of the West. You know what I mean? So, like, make sure you guys, you win games. That's what matters most. I'm gonna sign this jersey real quick.
That's in Morehouse, but that's hard.
Coach, here you go. Where Coach at?
Yes, sir, Coach, bro.
There you go.
Yeah, Coach.
Coach, thank you. Hey, what we're going to do, we're going to put this in the locker room. We're going to frame it and put it in the locker room.
Yeah. Appreciate it, Coach.
Gotta love that. And you made the great point, Graham, when me and you and 3D were in there, and KD and Kyrie, man, those guys, their eyes lit up, and those guys poked their head in that locker room.
Oh, they were so excited, so animated, chance to see their heroes, the legends themselves, and just beautiful that they got a chance to get a glimpse, and having Shai Gilgeous-Alexander come and talk to the team. I just wonder if the coach is going to actually frame the jersey or take it home. Or take it home. I know I would.
Right. Yes. And Grant, I'm glad that SGA did that because the younger generation really listens to guys like him.
Yeah.
You and I getting a little older. If Dr. J or Bird walked in, those kids wouldn't know who they are. But for SGA to say the 30 balls is okay, but winning and being at the top of the West of the Thunder, I thought was just a great message for this young guys to hear for one of the best in our game today.
He makes such a great point because the coaches, boy, I thought they were going to fall over themselves when you and 3D walked in there because they were so excited to see y'all.
Exactly.
Where the players love SGA and the rest of those guys.
Yeah, they could care less about us, the players, but the coaches, it was the same vintage.
Yes.
So no, it was.
They're like classic cars.
And they say classics never go out of style.
There you go. Absolutely. Absolutely. Neither does this classic. And right now it's Tuskegee up 11. 8:54 to go. Hey, look at Hammer.
Can't touch this.
Oh, put him in the mix.
I don't know if I want those baggy pants anymore, though. But I'm still jamming his music, though. That's for sure.
We got to get Hammer some better seats, man. Come on, man.
On the floor. You got to put Hammer on the floor.
Come on, Matt Cain, producer.
We got to have Hammer on the floor, man.
Well, in all fairness, he came down, took a picture with Mr. King and took a picture with the Tuskegee family and then made his way back up. So he was on the floor.
Okay.
He was on the floor.
All right. I'm sorry, Hammer.
To clean that up. Yes, he was on the floor. But no, I think it's great, guys, to kind of finish up that thought because our world has changed so much with social media and a lot of times these younger generation does not watch them all games. But for SGA to keep it 100, as they say, Grant, winning is more important than numbers. I think we have to continue to say that for our next generation.
I agree, 3D, and you get people get caught up sometimes in the highlights and the fancy plays, and certainly SGA has had plenty of them over the course of his career, and certainly this year as well. But to talk about winning and what goes into winning, all the hard work, the sacrifice, and when you win, I think he said it, the best player, the worst player, everybody benefits, everybody wins. And so just a great message. And You know, when I was at Duke, I didn't have my favorite player come address us like that. You know, Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan. Well, Michael wouldn't come address us at Duke. But,
right, no way.
I mean, I would have been giddy if at 19 these legends had a chance to talk to me. So what just a tremendous opportunity for these programs.
And the thing that you and Dennis had talked about as well is the platform that the NBA is giving these programs, because you hear SGA say, hey, look, play hard. You never know who's watching. This is the national platform they're getting right now, the opportunity to show their skills here.
I agree. You never know who's watching, and particularly on this stage. The whole basketball ecosystem is here in the Bay. People watching on television, so you never know what this can lead to in terms of how you come out and play and compete and play the right way.
You hear this crowd, guys?
Getting it on, ain't they?
Turn the music off, but they're still singing the song. Acapella.
Still
Come
singing.
on, this is the HBCU way.
Yeah, man.
Unbelievable, Grant. This is unbelievable. I'm having the ball.
Tuskegee turning up that defense, too. Here on Morehouse.
And that's what they do. Nothing easy. They just make you work for everything. Obviously, you have to value the basketball. They want to turn you over. They make you feel them when they're on defense.
Cedric Taylor driving the baseline, draws the personal. 8:29 left in this game. And for Tuskegee, this will be a big win for them because they had lost 3 straight, 4 of their last 6 coming into this one.
Yeah, and they you know, you could tell they've come out here and played with a sense of urgency. You know, they understand the stage, but also they hadn't been playing well. As Key misses a corner 3 there, and really just falling back on their foundation, their defense, and forcing Morehouse to play their style of play, methodical, half court, keep it in the half court.
That pass was intended for Draper, stolen. Jamonte Hill knocked away and taken back by Tuskegee. Seasbury lays it in.
And Seasbury looked like he might have got fouled too on that layup attempt, but the great deflection causing the turnover. Seasbury has been everywhere on offense tonight.
Near steal again, but they'll call that personal.
Tuskegee out in transition off of their defense. Great finish, great game for Seasbury.
Hey, take a look who's with the Tuskegee band. Hammer.
I love it.
I like it. Let's take a look here at our schedule and what we got. Tonight, TNT, the State Farm All-Star Saturday night. It begins at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then on Sunday on NBA TV, make sure you catch the All-Star Legends Brunch. That's at 2 o'clock Eastern. And, of course, NBA, the All-Star Game at 8 o'clock Eastern.
We'll see if Morehouse can get it going here on the offensive end. Nice little set. Legal looked like the elevator closing play there, the double screen, but called a moving screen as Key was trying to make himself available there. And it's been that kind of night here for Morehouse and Coach Whitler, just unable to find that rhythm against this stifling defense.
13 turnover. Oh, they break the press. Draper has it. And he's fouled.
Yeah, Draper should have passed that off right there.
Draper right.
Had Cambridge in front of him wide open. But once again, attacking that press. Morehouse trying to get things going, force some turnovers. One of the best way to attack against a full court press is with the pass and try to beat them with layups. Draper drawing that foul, shooting 2.
He has been a workhorse for the junior. 17 points, make that 18 points now. 12 rebounds. He's 7 of 12 from the line.
He gets to the line almost 8 times a game, you know, and he's so good because he's in the paint. He's tall. He has a way of drawing fouls there. Averages almost 10 points a game in the paint.
A 14-point lead for Tuskegee. Coming up on the 7-minute mark as we hit the wave.
Are we waving?
Yes,
guys?
we are.
Wow. Hey, let me stand up. Here comes my way. Hey, let me stand up. All right.
I got arthritis, man. I can't stand up that quick.
I got one good hip left.
Decker with the bucket. Looking to complete the 3-point play.
Here it comes again.
I think this is a strong wave, too. Like, I don't think it's not going to slow down for a while.
I love it, man. You got to love this energy. The players, the fans, the alumni guys, they are taking full advantage of this platform.
Under 7 minutes to play. 12-point lead for Tuskegee. And they just threw it away.
Unforced turnover right there.
That's what Coach told us, Graham, in the pre-meeting.
Yeah, Coach Taylor not happy at all. Just a little bit of a careless pass there by Walker.
I remember, you're right, 3D. Coach Taylor telling us that last 4 minutes will be critical for us because we've either won or lost games in the last 4 minutes because of ball security. There's the drive. Oh, nice. Omar Rowe.
And I like that right there by Rowe, not settling. You know, Morehouse hasn't shot the ball well. They didn't have an open three, but just drive, attack the teeth of the defense. Quick decision. The rotation did not come, and easy too. So scoring off of that turnover, that last play, now you can score and set up your full court pressure here if you're the Maroon Tigers.
Tuskegee. And a slip. DeAnthony Pennington, and it's a turnover.
Well, you were right on cue. The announcer jinx bringing up what Coach Taylor mentioned about the turnovers. Execution down the stretch, closing out games, not giving your opponent a chance.
They're going to call a timeout to talk about it. Just 6:15 left. And Tuskegee up 10. Tuskegee 10 turnovers now in this game, but 7 of them have come here in this second half.
Yeah, and they really haven't been forced turnovers. You had that last one in transition. Maybe in that situation, you know, the clock is your friend. You know, you don't need to try to get a quick 2. Just bring it out, use the clock, execute, throw the ball inside. The Draper possibly find Seasbury, who's been hot all over the floor. And then the one before that, just a bad pass out here on the perimeter to Draper. So settle down. Just make sure you focus if you're Tuskegee, and make sure you get a good shot attempt every possession. Whether you make or miss, you can set your defense up and get back and keep Morehouse out of transition.
You know, the one thing that Coach Taylor told us, too, he told us, we must have just 13 turnovers or less. We'll win this game. Right now they're at 10. We'll see. And they've got a 10-point lead. Oh, look at that. All in his bag. Can't finish. Tipped. And Decker comes away with the offensive board. Inside. Decker again. Count it in one. Here comes the house.
How about Decker? Wow, the effort on the glass and finding him. Reward the big fella for extending the possession. Great ball fake. He has a great feel around the rim. The touch. I think right now Morehouse on a little bit of a run here. They're getting stops. They're scoring. They're getting to the free throw line so they can set up their defense off of a make. Okay, I jinxed it.
Yes, you did. 10 offensive rebounds for Morehouse. 7 this half.
Might be a 10-second there.
And they've turned up the pressure. 6-0 run by Morehouse.
And you see it, even after the missed free throw, they still with this lineup scrambling out there, double teaming. Tuskegee's got to stay focused and locked in here to finish out this game.
Noah Goins, the freshman, will check in. Cambridge will have a seat. Lead is now just 8. 5:30 to play. Here's Cedric Taylor. And a turnover going to Tuskegee.
Just a little bit too much right there. Great drive by Rowe. I know what he was trying to do, but keep the game simple here if you're Morehouse on the offensive end.
Here's Rodney Walker on the baseline. It's going. He'll stay with Tuskegee. As Coach Whitler looks on. Pennington.
And big time three there by Pennington as Morehouse making a run. But Dennis, did you see the arc on that three-point shot? I mean, that right there, he shot that high, close to the ceiling on that three.
Yes, he did. To the moon.
With Lamar Mundane.
All 11 have come in this second half. Draper the board. Decker hit the deck. .430 to play. Walker. Over and back. Too much dribbling.
Too much sauce that time, Brad.
That was great defense right there. Look at this. Look at the arc. Little sidestep three. And wow. It went higher than the camera. A camera that's, it looks like it's maybe almost 10 feet above the rim. It looked like the ball went higher than the camera.
Oh, he fouled that three.
And a nice little break there as Sincere Key pulled up for three. It's almost like he anticipated the foul coming, got into his shooting motion, and just not the right kind of foul there. Not something that Coach Taylor would want, fouling a three-point shooter.
That's been the downfall, though, at the line for Morehouse today.
Oh, 4 for 14, now 4 for 15.
No way.
And as good, 3D, as good as Sincere Key is at shooting threes, only a 50% free throw shooter.
Well, that's
crazy.
That's the team's self-described biggest weakness, is free throw shooting. They shot 67% from the line, and 8 of the team's rotation players shoot under 65%.
Ooh. Well, guys, I challenge them every day after practice, days off. You got to get in the gym and work on your free throw shooting.
It was the second easiest shot next to the layup. There you go.
Missed 2 of 3, but the offensive board by Dre Watson, and he will go to the line.
I love the hustle there. Watson anticipating the miss. Once again, you know, Tuskegee, you got to close it out there. You got to block out on a free throw. You can't have that happen. Watson was able to maneuver in there and get himself back to the free throw line.
11th offensive rebound here for Morehouse. 8 of them have come here in this second half.
Well, right now, if you're Tuskegee, you know this team's not a great free throw shooter. You have to block out. You have to squeeze there in terms of both guys blocking out. Get the shooter. Must get the rebound if there's a miss.
1 of 2. Lead is 9. Back to the press. Pennington has it. Walker. Now they'll set up the offense. Less than 4 minutes to play. 10 on the shot clock. High screen by Draper. D.A. Pennington. Fades. Got it at the shot clock. Big time shot for the Golden Tigers. Man, D'Anthony Pennington. Talk about some clutch shots.
Well, big time right there. The clock running down. Great patience. Ball fake. Pennington, 13 points all here in the second half.
At DQ.
Oh, we swag surfing. It is lit here at Oakland Arena. For this classic, let's go inside the huddle with the coaches.
Reverse! 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 Back, 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 back! Run! He traveled! There we go, come on. And one. I need all three, baby. You gotta have it. 21. Get downhill, go at him. Look at all this space, you gotta attack it.
Both coaches mic'd up as we've hit the critical point here. 3:36 to play. And it is Tuskegee up 11. Here's the press again by Morehouse.
Almost a 5-second count.
Seasbury gets it to Pennington. Now they'll hold. They blitz him. Pennington tried to get it into Draper, knocked away. And they're going to call a foul, I think, on Draper. And it will go to Morehouse.
Well, right there, Tuskegee had the mismatch inside. The smaller defender on Draper. They threw a bounce pass. You want to throw it in high when a post-up guy is guarded by a small guy, and then Draper called for a foul. So another turnover here. It's been a little bit of the Achilles heel of Tuskegee. They did a good job that possession of managing the pressure, getting the ball into the front court. Just that last play, you don't want to turn the ball. Now that foul and turnover leads to a free throw now for Morehouse. So you stop the clock. See, you got a small guy. Throw it in high. Don't throw it where the little guys thrive. And Draper looked like he pushed and fouled. It has his fourth foul.
Yeah, 4 on Draper.
More importantly, now Morehouse shooting free throws, and no time goes off the clock if you're the Maroon Tigers.
And as we pointed out, Coach Taylor, head coach there at Tuskegee, told us we have to make sure only 13 turnovers or less we win this game. They're at 13 right now.
You just said 10 not too long ago.
But 10 of those turnovers have come this half.
That changed pretty quickly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Both free throws are good. Lead is 9. Seasbury will inbound. Get it to Draper. To Walker. Under 3 minutes to play now. Here's Seasbury with 5. In the lane. Pull up. I got the roll.
Yeah, great execution right there. Get the ball into your best player, Seasbury, calm and composed with that pull-up jump shot.
Corner 3. Too strong. Rebound comes to Tuskegee. Seasbury's got 19 now, Grant.
Yeah, they got the ball from one side to the other. Seasbury, short clock, just drives middle. It's just under control. What I like about him is he gets his shot. You know, he dictates what shot he's going to get. And he's really been efficient and effective here tonight off the bounce in the mid-range.
Possession will go to Morehouse. Hill had it knocked away by D'Anthony Pennington.
Yeah, good hands right there by Pennington, reaching in the cookie jar there and getting almost a swipe. You want to play good defense here without fouling. Force them into a tough contested shot. You don't want to reach.
Pull up from the baseline is good. And Cedric Taylor III knocks that one down.
And that's indicative of his game. Hasn't really been able to get it going offensively, but
only a second bucket.
Yeah, second field goal bucket there, excuse me, but just a nice pull up off the bounce. And that was a smart foul right there. Draper has been a pressure release against the full court press there. And he's a 50% free throw shooter. So great awareness by the Maroon Tigers. Put Draper on the line.
8 of 14 here today. He's got a double-double.
And really there to start the second half, Draper was so effective on that glass. Second chance points, really giving his team a big lift out of the halftime, and knocks down. He's 9 for 15 here tonight.
10-point lead for the Golden Tigers. Meanwhile, Morehouse 8 of 21 from the line. One of the reasons why they find themselves down 11 right now. Under 2 minutes to play. Sincere Key turns, fires, knocks it down.
And there was no hesitation there on that three. Wow, goes from deep. Moving without the ball, get his puppies organized. It was contested, didn't matter. Mr. Key.
Welcome back to Oakland, 4th annual NBA HBCU Classic. And it's Tuskegee on top of Morehouse, 61-53. Lead has been in double digits, but now down to just 8.
Tell you what, it's been a nice little finish here, but tell you, they are like a party here too.
Yeah, man. It's a family atmosphere.
Absolutely.
It's a 5-second count.
Near a turnover.
I'll tell you right there, Tuskegee they had a hard trap on them in the corner there on the inbounds pass and almost turned it over. And certainly they were fortunate here to get fouled, get to the free throw line. Morehouse, you know, they got down, they were down more than double digits, but give them credit. They have fought, have competed, ramped up their defense to give themselves a chance. And as you mentioned earlier, Brian, it's just the free throws have really been the difference.
Rodney Walker knocks that one down. Walker's had a tough shooting night. He's 1 of 8 from the field, 1 of 3, or 1 of 5, I should say, from 3, but knocks down that free throw. Got them both. 10-point lead.
Tuskegee goes into a little bit of a zone action here. You got to have an awareness of Key.
He fired that one. Nope. Oh, stolen. .90 seconds to play. Getting this rivalry dates back to 1913.
That's a long time ago.
A long time ago. Pennington puts it away.
We talked about who would step up at halftime, and it has been Pennington for sure.
16 points all here in the second half by DeAnthony Pennington, who is the captain of this Tuskegee team.
And he's hit some big shots. You know, in the clock, you know, Morehouse getting some rhythm, and he's knocked him down.
Draper.
What was that number, guys? Coach said 70 points. What was his record?
Yeah, unbeaten, he said, right? Yep. When they score 70, Tuskegee, they are unbeaten with Coach.
Any question would they get there? I guess his guys stepping up for him today, guys.
They did. Seasbury. They're going to try to dribble out that shot clock. And Tuskegee is going to come to Oakland in this classic and walk away with a victory. So in this Tiger tussle, advantage Tuskegee.
Coach called timeout to get the walk-ons in so they can get in the box score.
You got to do that.
Yeah, you got to do that, those guys.
Let them experience the moment as well. But the dagger, Pennington holds it, leave it, as 3D would say.
Yes, sir. Splash.
He is feeling it.
There's Coach Benji Taylor. Played his college ball at Richmond.
Played with Kenny Atkinson.
He did.
Yeah.
Head coach there.
So Kenny Atkinson, the coach of the Cavs, had a chance to address the team earlier today.
Well, Tuskegee will now go to 11-12 overall. Meanwhile, Morehouse now 13-12. Be a final thought.
All right, great competitive atmosphere, great energy in the building. We had a good time.
Always, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Always. Coming up next, NBA TV, Adam Silver's media availability. Later tonight at 8, TNT All-Star Saturday Night presented by State Farm, followed by Game Time on NBA TV. For 3D, Dennis Scott, the Hall of Famer Grant Hill, Courtney Holman, the rest of our wonderful crew. I'm Brian Custer. Say good night.